back to the character select screen. Seems to be more to settle their nerves than anything else. Our fighters have chosen their characters. The battle is just seconds away.
I'm ready for a fight when it's on, it's on. I'm charging like a bull when it's on, it's on.
They're all fired up. We're almost underway.
With pleasure, Rosie.
Bring the heat.
Round one. Fight.
The fight's now underway. This is Vicious with the play-by-play. Good anti-air. Good parry there, and not a perfect parry, but I'll take it. Player 2 chases them down. Knockdown. At this range, many attacks can connect if you stick something out. The neutral game is very important. Player 2 is maintaining the corner position for some juicy damage. That's some big juicy damage on that counter hit. One shot is all both fighters need to close this out. Sliding in. There's a change of side. They take some time to back off and regroup. Who's going to strength it cleanly? Player 2 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on.
Round two. Fight.
Goes for the jump in to start. This round is so important. You can feel the intensity in the air. Brushes that off and keeps going. Gotta be careful not to whip at this range. Burnout activates. Player 2 in dire experiencing burnout. Both fighters planning something? Both fighters are out of drive. Might be a good idea to back off, but they might try something. Throw leaves them wide open. Sliding in. Closes with the throw. Hitting him with a smart stuff. That was a clinic on how a solid neutral game wins matches.
Round one.
How is this rematch going to play out? Are we going to witness a blow-up here? It's the start of the round. How will they start their approach? Almost had it, but he gets blocked. Drive impact is blocked, but takes a bite out of the drive gauge to apply some pressure. So they break forward to pressure the opponent. They timed that just right to get the perfect pair. Taking stock. Gets the counter hit throw. That attack landed for a counter hit. They'll have to decide how to brings out the super art. KO. Player 1 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with?
Round two. Fight.
Goes for the jump in to start. They both showed their hands a little bit, so they must be thinking of a counter. Big, low, reaching heavy. Smart stuff, poking at that range to zone the opponent. Player 2 is in a pretty good situation with a meter advantage. What separates the good from the great in this game is smart gauge management. Player 2 will have to deal with this dangerous bout of burnout for a while. They're backed up into the corner. Transverse. The hit throw connects. Both fighters planning something? The corner throw ends it. Player 1 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak.
Round one.
How is this rematch going to play out? Are we going to witness a blow-up here? Sticks the jump in. Goes for an overhead. The command grab doesn't make it. Denies that throw attempt. Brushes off the throw. Player 2 with the life lead. Trips him up. Difficult situation for a throw. So they break forward to pressure the opponent. They're at the center of the stage. What happens here will have consequences later on. Taking stock. Player 1 is maintaining the corner position for some juicy damage. All right, what's coming up next? Sliding in. Player 2 can't use any more drive without burning out. Oh, they're experiencing burnout. Player 2 can't afford mistakes without that drive gauge. This is a prime opportunity in there. Player 2 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on.
Round 2. Fight.
Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. Player 2 did a great job of reading their opponent up close that last round. Can they keep the momentum? This is the perfect range to reach out and tag them with something. Drive gauge management here is going to be, they're going for the super art? Sunrise Festival. Can they rise a bit to the end?
Okay.
Player 2 just digs in deep to get that drive in. Going in? Clean parries. Are they trying to bait a throw? They may have something up their sleeve. Renverse. The hit will connect. Experiencing burnout. That's gonna leave them rattled. Are we gonna see a comeback here? Just what they were after. Last round, people. Both fighters gotta go all in from this point.
Final round. Fight.
Start things off with a jump in? Final round. Who will the fighting game god favor here? It's not close enough for the throw. Oh, yo! Raw super here? There's a burnout. What will they do next? No! Stunned off the wall! Player 1 is in a very good spot now. What are they gonna do? Tap them on the dome. Ooh, what a smart throw. What's next? Turns out. Players, are you kidding me? Player 1 was an absolute beast in that match. Buy some time to switch up the pace.
Think you could break my defense?
Open those shutters. We're ready to fight.
I'm ready for a fight when it's on its own. I'm charging like a bull when it's on its own.
What are we going to see transpire between these fighters? No one knows, but this is going to be a must-see match.
Hope you're ready. Round 1. Fight.
Let's see what they try to do here in the first round. Stays cool and counters. Is that going to condition them to be more conservative? Player 1 pushes the opponent into the corner. There's a corner switch. Player 2 needs to deal with this burnout. Can they outlast it? Player 2 doesn't have a lot of drive gauge to play with. Not a good thing. Oh, can they survive this badly timed burnout? Sticks the jump in. Takes a trip. Player 1, this stun might mean the end of this round. Player 2 is almost dead, but some clutch drive moves and a few prayers to turn this around in their favor. In a dire situation. Were they baiting them into that? They're jostling for the dominant position in the corner. KO! Player 1 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage.
Round 2. Fight.
Goes for the jump in to start. Brushes that off and keeps going. Box him with a target combo. Hits him with his free flow. The attack is parried. Oh! Wait, were they baiting them into that? Going in? Player 2 has an empty drive gauge. This is a very precarious situation. Out of drive gauge. Now's the time. Sonic Hurricane. Great coverage. Solid choice. Connects with the throw. Scrapping it up. Perfect execution with the anti-air. Player 1 will look to apply pressure here. Uses the gauge for the super. They're not playing around here. Player 2 can't. Ooh, what a smart throw. Ooh, they switch sides. Big gauge difference here, and both fighters are almost done. Chokes him and takes a swing. Looking for a hold. What now? Medium kick. Player 1 gets the win in a convincing fashion.
Round 1.
It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that run back. Zones with the fireball. Hits him with his free flow. Player 2 has a slight life lead that they may sit on. They've got a small life lead, but it's not over. This is the perfect range to reach out and tag them with something. All right, what's coming up next? Player 1 is almost dead, but some clutch drive moves and a few prayers could turn this around in their favor. In a dire situation, they can't afford any mistakes. There's the impact! Not letting that go unpunished. Shoots off a fireball up close. Hanging on for dear life. Feeling out the spacing. Player 2 takes a big gamble and rips out a raw super. That last attack took some courage. Player 2 picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling.
Round 2. Fight.
Immediate jump in. This round is so important. You can feel the intensity in the air. This fight is just underway. What kind of game plan do they have? Jumps in. The quarter makes it hard to escape. What'll be the setup here? Big chance here to do some damage if they can keep the corner pressure up. Hits him with his free flow. Opts for the free flow kicks to get a drink in. Going in. Life lead is there, but still anyone's game. Super clutch corner snap. What's next? Players willing to risk it for the overdrive. What a finish! Last round, people. Both fighters gotta go all in from this point.
Final round. Fight.
Jump! Sets up with the jump in. Jumps. Tries to act quickly, but whiffs the attack. Handle with care. You can't drop drive impacts. Experiencing burnout. Player 2 has an empty drive gauge. This is a very precarious situation. Out of drive gauge. Now's the time. Both fighters have a full super meter on deck. The winner will be the one. Nothing stops this train. Throws them. Okay, here we go. Wreck them. Carried to the corner. This connects with the throw. Oh, here we go. Raw super art incoming.
Come on. It's time to
Spends
train.
it all on the super. Not sure one bit about it. This might be a pivotal super art. Noticeable life lead. Is a comeback still possible? Forward throw. Laying the pressure on things. What time to make them famous? Ugh, take a seat. What? Drive impact misses. This is a critical moment. Anything will whip. Oh my God! This fighter's got the perfect read. I can't look. What? How? It is over. Player 1 has got to be feeling good getting the win out of that absolute carnage. Back to the character select screen. Seems to be more to settle their nerves than anything else.
It's time to heat up for the fight of my life. Cause you know
I'm ready for you.
Give it my
Both sides ready to roll, and we're getting into the match.
the time is coming. Started from the bottom and I'll never look back. Look at all my haters, y'all making them mad.
Our fighters are pumping themselves up and are raring to go. Who's going to come out on top in this fight?
I'm number 1. Round 1. Fight.
Let's see what they try to do here in the first round. The right idea, but whiffs the air throw. Player 2 with the life lead. Can they exploit this advantage? With the life gap opening up, they need to lean hard on their drive usage. Knockdown. This is the range where things get messy. KO. Player 2 sets the tone with that win. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Round 2. Fight.
They've piled up the knowledge. Now, how are they going to use it? Gets them with the anti-air. Big man's coming for you. Player 2 needs to use the threat of the corner here. Huge opportunity here with no way to backdash out of danger. You gotta be careful. Experiencing burnout delivers the pain right to their doorstep. What'll happen here? Player 1 will have to deal with this danger and eats it. Shot fired with tempo. Big time whip. Player 1 can't afford mistakes without that. Will this super art do anything? Any mistake, this is some big damage. Ultimate killer head round. That combo finishes it. Player 2 is a force to be reckoned with. Buy some time to switch up the pace.
Gotta make it highlights.
I'm ready for you.
Heat up for the fight of my life. Show 'em what I got, 'cause you know that it's my time. Rock till I fall, boy. Give it my all, boy. Got me feeling like I can find 'em all, boy.
Smart choice.
Come the bellies run. No weekends here, you know that I'm a star, boy. My blood, sweat, and tears. I've been struggling for years. I'm saying I'm one of a kind and they ain't built 'em like me. Vision myself a champion, one day I might be. Proud of what I see from the man in the mid. A real freedom fighter, got a problem, what's the deal? Everybody know that I always keep it
Time
real.
for battle.
Our fighters have selected their characters, and they're ready for business.
When it's all said and done, they gon' call me a legend. I love to break bread, but I'd rather break records.
This is gonna be a 5-star match. For history to be made.
Come on.
My pleasure.
Round 1. Fight.
The fight's now underway. This is Vicious with the play-by-play. Goes for the surprise rush in. Okay, we're in the early stages of the round. They gotta escape from the corner before the pressure builds up. Good job here in giving themselves a chance to gain the upper hand. Gets the parry in and adds some pressure. A dangerous range here. You don't want to get jumped on a long recovery move or you're gonna eat tons of damage. Taking stock. Burnout is triggered. In a tomahawk buster! Player 2 chases them down. Sure you can? Alright, gets the counter hit for the win! They're so good at whiff punishing. Right. Player 1 wins the first round and is now riding a huge wave of momentum.
Fight.
Goes for the jump in to start. Delivers the pain right to the doorstep. Kondo going on the offensive, charges forward. Still scrapping for control of the space. Drive gauge gap here. Player 2 will need to play it conservative until their drive refreshes. Burnout activates. Sure you can? Going in. Big time whip. Oh, the throw connects. Both fighters planning something? Player 1 is in a very stung. What a finish! Player 1 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak. Right back into the rematch. We ain't even close to done yet. Very solid tomahawk buster. Jig right here for a mix-up. Checks them with a projectile. Fireballs are risky, but if the opponent doesn't jump, they're one of the best ground game tools. Throws them. What's next? Closes the gap for the grab. Player 2 doesn't have a lot of drive gauge to play with. Not a good thing. Oh, can they survive this badly timed burnout? Player 1 creates a good corner opportunity. All right, what's coming up next? Player 2 is gonna have tomahawk bust. Closing moments of the match. Going on the offensive, the punish counter gives them a great opening here to do big damage. Finishes with the throw. Player 1 picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. fireballs right from the get-go. Gutsy play with the grab. Player 1 had an impressive round while managing their driving. They'll want to carry that momentum into the next round. Long low attack hits. Smart stuff, poking at that range to zone the opponent. Player 2 is in a pretty good situation with a meter advantage. Level 3 super! Defends that meter like it's nobody's business. Oh, let's go! Going on the offensive? That's a counter. Gotta be careful not to whip at this range. Knockdown and a low kick hits. Turning them inside out and throwing them into the spin cycle. What a finish! We're going into the final round tied up. Which fighter has it in them to find out the win?
Final round. Fight.
A jump in? Close range projectile. Player 2 didn't rely too much on drive in that last round, but they may be looking to mix things up. We have a super reads the jump in perfectly. Both sides getting burned out. Will this super art do anything? Good decision with that throw. Okay, here we go. They're using a fireball to force a react fire coming through. Tons of space between the fighters now. Big time whip! What? Flash anti-air! Jump! Anti-air and then punch! What now? Crowns them from above! Noticeable life lead! The projectile hits! Fantastic positioning on show during that round! Really has to fight on that one! No shortage of drama! Back to the character select screen. Must have something planned.
Alright, let's get it.
Our fighters have selected their characters, and they're ready for business.
I'm ready for a fight when it's on, it's on. I'm charging like a bull when it's on, it's on.
This is gonna be a 5-star match. Get ready for history to be made.
Come on. We have some fun.
Here we go. What are these fighters going to do? Well, they managed to escape the corner, but they can't let their guard down. Escape the corner to reset the situation. This is a perfect range to reach out and tag them with something. Changes the pace with an air dash. Knockdown. Player 2 can't let their drive gauge run out. They need to find a way to reset the situation. Life lead opens up. Shoots off a fireball up close. Player 2 chases them down. A quick breather. Jump! One chance here may end this match. Both players all out of drive gauge. Oh god, this is tense. Player 2 can't afford mistakes without that hook in there. Player 1 picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. Immediate jumping. Who's going to start things off? Jumps in. Going on the offensive? Player 1 can't let their drive gauge run out. They need to find a way to reset the situation. Sandblast. Experiencing burnout. Super art. Player 2 has a slight life lead. There's been some back and forth, but no one has dominated the fight. Player 1 in dire straits with burnout. Out of drive gauge. Now's the time. Looking for a rising uppercut. There's a change of side. Player 1 hits him with a stopping block. Player 1 is not as good. They would like to be on target. A real test of nerves here. They gotta go. Last round, people. Both fighters gotta go all in from this point. nerves than anything else.
I'll show you the power of my kung fu.
Open those shutters. We're ready to fight.
Started from the bottom and I'll never look back. Look at all my haters, I'm making them mad.
Our fighters are ready to get down to it. So let's start the match and see what these warriors are capable of. What they're trying to do here in the first round. Checking their opponent. Aggressive attack. Start that round. How will they start their approach? Player 2 pushes the opponent into the corner. Try sometimes by driving them into the corner. Now that he takes some big chances to do damage. Player 1 and then danger burnout. What's the play here? Player 1 doesn't have a lot of drive gates to play with. Not a good thing. Can they survive this absolute amount of burnout? Both of them have entered burnout, which will drastically change their approach to the fight. Can't take the bro. Taking stock. They've been pushed into the wall and the stun is there. Player 1 needs to use the corner and hands the round. Player 1 picks up his first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage.
Round 2. Fight.
Goes for the jump in to start. The next round is beginning. What's gonna happen now? Hip jump? Opt for the free flow kicks to get a drink in. Knockdown. Player 1 chases them down. They gotta be careful not to overextend or their opponent might go for a side swing. Gets the throw, and then brushes that off and keeps going. Player 2 can't use any drive moves without burning out. Just goes for it at this range. Please, parry. Hit something. Were they baiting him into that? Spin knuckle. A quick breather. Sets up with the jump in. Gotta be careful not to whip at this. Oh my god, they just choked it up. Connects with the throw. What's next? Glenn tries to act quickly but whiffs the attack. Oh my god, what's gonna happen? Drive impact misses and whiffs. They're wide open. Player 2 is in a very good spot now. Flatline zone. This is the final round. Expect to see some fireworks.
Final round. Fight.
Who will come out on top in this final round? Player 2 won out those close scuffles, and now they gotta have a plan for the next round. That feeling out phase is over. Time to get down to business. They're waiting for the opportunity to bust this match wide open. Time to reassess the situation? Max SA gauges, unbelievably in sync with a chance to score big here. This is where smart meter management is going to come into play. Our fighters will need to tread carefully with overdrive cannon spike. Jumps in. Perfect execution with the anti-air. Both sides get it. There's a burnout. Player 2 will have to deal with this dangerous bout of burnout for a while. Clutch, anti-air. That throw's gonna take off a chunk of damage. Cannon spike. Looking for an anti-air in the clutch. Are they going to be able to come back and snatch victory from the jaws of defeat? The pace quickens hits them with a quick low kick. Player 2 is a force to be reckoned with. They're still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rematch. Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. Sticks the jump in. You can open up chances to do big damage by baiting something out, getting that opening, and then jumping in. Neither fighter wants to get stuck in the corner as they continue to duke it out mid-stage. Tons of drive and health to work with. Overdrive arts give moves a big power boost at the cost of using some of the drive gauge, so meter management is vital. Pressuring the situation with the charge in. Well-timed corner switch. Gets out of the corner. Neither of them willing to back off here. Got their eye on the air. All right, down to the wire. Player 1 creates a good corner opportunity. Overdrive cannon spike takes a trip. Player 2 can't use any more drive without burning out. KO! Player 2 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with?
Round 2. Fight!
Who's going to start things off? Opt for the free flow kicks to get a drink in. Still very early in the round. They're still feeling each other out. Player 1 takes a big gamble and rips out a raw super. This is gonna be bad news. Hits back with the drive impact on the recovery. This punish counter presents a huge chance. They are really going at each other this round. The reads they make now will be key. Parry! Scrapping it out up close. This is gonna hurt. The parry! Just goes for it at this range. Opt for the arrow. They gotta dig down deep here. Change of plans. Oh my, the throw tag. Closes it out. Player 2 is a force to be reckoned with.
Round 1.
It's not over yet. Best believe it's time. Spin knuckle. The grab misses. Okay, we're in the early stages of the round. Any developments early in the round will set the table for the rest of the fight. Goes for the throw. What's the play here? Both fighters are sitting on a full drive gauge. This might be prime time to let it rip. Player 2 pushing down to the wire. There's a punish counter. This can lead to something very big if they can capitalize. Punish counter. This could lead to something big. The throw misses. All right, what's coming up next? Gets him. Player 2 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on.
Round 2. Fight!
Are we going to see some fireworks here? Nice read with a cannon spike. Jump? Goes for the jump in. You can open up chances to do big damage by baiting something out, getting that opening, and then jumping in. Player 2 in dire straits with burnout. Out of drive gauge. Now's the time. Player 1 will look to apply pressure here. Ooh, overhead. All the throws connects. A quick breather. Player 2 can't use any drive through. Gotta play it stun. They gotta get in there. The press locks on for the throw. Drive it back misses. This may turn players off flatline zone. This is the final round. Expect to see some fireworks.
Final round. Fight!
This is it. Who's gonna take it? Perfect execution with the anti-air. Oh my god, they just trumped it up. A back throw for damage and vital positioning. Player 1 is looking at a grim situation with burnout. Uh-oh. This could really tip the scales. Super! Anti-air is in front. Both fighters try Mikey, this is gonna hurt.
Come on. It's time
Get
to
you got
train.
Saiho connect. Jamie's gonna show all the OGs that there's a new player in town. What now? Sets up with the jump in. Just what they were after. Player one was an absolute beast in that match.
Round one.
They're still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rematch. Jump. Hits him with his free flow. That attack landed for a counter hit. They'll have to decide how to follow up. Still slugging it out here. The drive parry was successful. Parrying an attack like that is risky, but the reward is the drive gauge building up. Turns it up a notch and sends them to the corner. They've got nowhere to run now that they're in the corner. The super armor does its job. Very solid corner switch. Both sides backing off to form their game plan. Player two, burnout activates. Closing moments of the match. One hit's gonna do it. Player two, as this is gonna be bad news. You gotta be mindful of repay. Oh. Player one picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling.
Round two. Fight.
The overhead's good. Are we going to see some fireworks here? Player one did a great job of maintaining their drive gauge during that last round. It's going to be even more important in this next round to keep that up to help strengthen their ground game.
Come on. It's time
The
to
Getsuga
train.
Saiho hits. We're about to see a freestyle frenzy with no retakes. Both fighters planning something? Player two is in a pretty good situation with a meter advantage. What separates the good from the great in this game is smart gauge management. Oh, what's this? Baits out the attack and gets the punish counter. That's how you force your opponent to do what you want so you can get a punish. Jump? Both of our combatants are cooking up something. We have super arts on deck. There's still a chance to turn this around. Experiencing burnout. Are we gonna see a comeback here? Off of me! Going on the offensive? There's the drive attack! Flatline zone! Player one brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak.
Round one.
Right back into the rematch. We ain't even close to done yet. Spin knuckle. Was looking for that jump attack. Player one pushes the opponent into the corner. Buys some time by driving them into the corner. And now they can create some big chances to do damage here. Lots of aggression from both sides. Misses the drive impact. Knockdown. Will that drive impact get punished? Jump? This is a critical point of... burnout activates. Experiencing burnout. Both players all out of rough tap to close it. Player one picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage.
Round two. Fight.
That's the counter. Are we going to see some fireworks here? Got their eye on the air. Consistent anti-air is huge because shutting down the air game will let you dictate the pace of the match much easier. Player two can't use any drive moves without charges forward. Burnout activates. Breaks the block with a throw. Going in. Jumps up, crowns him from above. Hits him with his free throw. Just goes for it at this range. Chases it down. Serves a super art. Breaking on them to lay down some damage without giving up ground. One of a kind. They're in the flatline zone. We're going into the final round tied up. Which fighter has it in them to grind out the win?
Final round. Fight.
A jump? For the arrow. Medium kick. Overhead. Ugh, scuffle. Knuckle wakes him up. Next, the counter. This can lead to some big damage. Rushes in. What's next? Player 2 is looking at a grim situation with burnout. Beats jump! A real test of nerves here. A jump in? Three full strikes. Medium kick. They think this time to bust this out? Get out of nowhere. Player 1 is a force to be reckoned with. Looking to switch it up? This is a good chance for a breather.
Earn my stripes 'cause you know I'm do or die with this. Journey starts young, super hard hit.
Behold this body of earth.
Now that our fighters have chosen their characters, it's time to go.
I'm ready for a fight when it's on its own. I'm charging like a bull when it's on its own.
They're all fired up. We're almost underway.
Let us begin. I'll take on all of you. Round 1. Fight.
All right, first round. What's going to happen? We're still in the early going, and it's really anyone's fight. What are they thinking here? Checks with the projectile. Player 2 pushes the opponent into the corner. Trips him up. Gets a chance with that jump in. You can open up chances to do big damage by baiting something out, getting that opening, and then jumping in. A dangerous range here. You don't want to get jumped on a long recovery move. You're going to eat tons of damage. A little too greedy there. The throw misses. The big play does it. Player 2 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on.
Round 2. Fight.
Goes for the jump in to start. Everything up until now, and everything from here on out, is so vital. Target lock and scoop. What's their game plan here at this critical stage? Gutsy play with the grab. They choose to spend the meter to up the damage by a bit. Player 1 will look to apply pressure here. The overhead connects. Life lead is there, but still and in there. Player 2 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak.
Round 1.
Right back into the rematch. We ain't even close to done yet. Big counter. Good anti-air. Wow, shut down. It's the start of the round. How will they start their approach? Coming through. Goes for the surprise rush in. Checks them with the projectile. You know their fireball game is solid because they're only throwing it when their opponent can't jump them. The grab misses. Knockdown. The quarter makes it hard to escape. Burnout activates. Target locked and scooped. Player 2 in trouble with the punish counter gives them a great opening here to do big damage. Oh God, finishes with the throw. Player 1 picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling.
Round 2. Fight.
Starting off with fireballs right from the get-go. Shoots off a fireball up close. jumps. Player one managed their drive gauge well to create lots of opportunities for themselves. Let's see if they can maintain this rhythm. That's a big gap. Who's going to close it? Both fighters planning something? Jumps in. Gets them with the anti-air. Player one is dominating this match. What'll happen here? Hold your breath. Double lariat and that burnout pay. Oh. That's what happens when you capitalize on all of your chances.
Round one.
How is this rematch going to play out? Are we going to witness a blow-up here? Shoots off a fireball up close. Not shy with the grab. Starts with a jump in. Throw hits. Now the fun begins. Knockdown. Goes for the low kick. Picks up some damage with a long reaching attack. Gets the knockdown, and now? Okay, they trade hits. At this range, many attacks can connect if you stick something out. The neutral game is very important. Reads them. That slight doubt is all it took. Player two picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling.
Round two. Fight.
Immediate jump. This round is so important. You can feel the intensity in the air. Player two kept their drive gauge topped off through that round and still took the win. Guess they didn't need it. Jumps up, tries them open with a Shoryuken. Reads experiencing burnout. What'll happen here? Fires off a Shinku Hadouken. Players, they're going for the super art. Both of our combatants are cooking up something. A quick breather. The low kick hits. Still scrapping for control of the space.
Brace yourself.
No, this is Draco. They're in the corner. This may change the match. A real test, absolutely relentless. Fireball, big time whip. Close range projectile. Both sides getting ready. Put the fear of God in. We're going into the final round tied up. Which fighter has it in them to grind out the win?
Final round. Fight.
Starts things off with a jump in? Who will come out on top in this final round? Both players look for something to work with, but neither are getting target locked and scooped. They're in range. We gonna see a jump in? A dash? Will this super art do anything? Time to shatter some life bars and dreams. Hope you like gardening, cause you're about to be planted! Player one needs to take advantage of this gauge disparity. Rushes in. Nothing stops this train. All the throw connects. Nice fireball. Gets into perfect fireball range. Pass them on the dome. Player one, is it all? It's enough. Player one really had to fight for that one. No shortage of drama.
Round one.
It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that run. Uses the parry so the opponent can't dictate the pace of the round. Smart play with this. Delivers the pain right to their doorstep. Throws a fireball here, maybe as a simple zoning strat. Player two in that dangerous burnout state. They need to hold out. Player two doesn't have a lot of drive gauge to play with. Not a good thing. Whips the throw. Takes a trip. Neither of them willing to back off. The pressure is so... Will this super art connect? Player two is in a tight spot right now. They couldn't shake the projectile. Player one takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with?
Round two. Fight.
Goes for the jump in to start the round. Cummings going on the offensive? Nice double lariat. Player one is working with a better gauge. What can they do with it? What separates the good from the great in this game is smart gauge management. Our fighters are at a standstill. What's the play? There's the drive impact that's going to lead to a juicy punish counter. Fires off a Shinku Hadouken. A quick breather. Player 1 is dominating this match. One chance here may end experiencing burnout. Jumps it, boom goes the dynamite. Life lead is there, but still anyone's game. Sit in there! Player 1 took no time to finish that fight. Looking to switch it up? This is a good chance for a breather.
Earn my stripes cause you know I'm do or die with this. Journey started young, super hard-headed. Call me crazy, but you is not my psychiatrist. Through a lifetime of
All right,
stress and
I'm ready.
Be the best, that's my covenant. And I
All right,
forever
I'm ready.
as my legacy. Greatest of
Smart
all
choice.
time, that's what
Both sides ready to roll, and we're getting into the match.
started from the bottom and I'll never look back. Look at all my haters, y'all making them mad.
Our fighters are pumping themselves up and are raring to go. Who's going to come out on top in this fight?
Don't expect me to be a pushover.
Round 1. Fight.
All right, first round. What's going to happen? Tries to bait him with the projectile. Very nice anti-air there. They read their opponent like a book. Wow, shut down. Uncomfortable space here. Can they clip each other on the edge? Pressuring the situation with the charge in. All right, what's coming up next? This is a gigantic life lead. How are they going to deal with this? They're being absolutely relentless with this fireball pressure in the corner. Somehow pushes back all the KO. Player 1 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with?
Round 2. Fight.
Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. Ghoul gained control of the match in the early going. Had the radar up and running. You've got to be mindful of reach and jump-ins at this range. Attempts to break the stalemate with a fireball. They quickly get back into the corner of the stage. Picks up the counter. This is going to be huge. Are we going to see a comeback here? Going in, fires off the Shinku Hadouken. The low kick hits. Risky up-close scrap still going. Wrecks them. A rare change here. They gotta do something. Player 1 is it once this Shinku Hadouken? No way. That win wasn't luck. That was 100% planned. Player 1 was an absolute beast in that match.
Round 1.
It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that run back. Jumps up, parries the projectile. Goes for a projectile to try and change the pace. Fireballs are risky, but if the opponent doesn't jump, they're one of the best ground game tools. Uncomfortable space here. Can they clip each other on the edge? What's the play here? Gets the jump in. Player 2 chases them down. Knockdown. Burnout activates. Going on the offensive? Shinku Hadouken! KO. Player 1 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on.
Round 2. Fight.
The next round is beginning. What's gonna happen now? Throws a fireball. You know their fireball game is solid because they're only throwing it when their opponent can't jump it. Scrapping it out up close. Fires off the Shinku Hadouken. What'll happen here? Jumps in. KO. Player 1 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak.
Round 1.
How is this rematch going to play out? Are we going to witness a blow-up here? Goes for a projectile to try and change the pace. Blocks the jump in. Not much damage dealt so far, but they may be looking for an opening to run with. How are they going to deal damage? What's the play here? Player 1 chases them down. Below heavy hits. Player 1 is maintaining the corner position for some juicy damage. They can open up this round big by converting this, but opt for the throw to close it out. Player 1 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with?
Round 2. Fight!
Goes with the projectile for their opening shot. Everything up until now, and everything from here on out, is so vital. From up above, you can open up chances to do big damage by baiting something out, getting that opening, and then jumping in. Risky up-close scrap still going. What'll happen here? Whiffs with that huge attack. Handle with care. You can't drop drive impacts. Player 2 needs to use the front of the corner here. A quick breather. Drives it back, misses. What's this Shikuhara gonna do? What's next? Connects with the throw. Oops, sets up with the jump in. That taps him on the throw. Wraps it up with a throw. We're going into the final round tied up. Which fighter has it in them to grind out the win?
Final round. Fight!
Starts things off with a jump in. This knocked him out of the air. Ooh, what a smart throw. That throw will do some good damage. Plenty of help. Punish counter sets the table. Connects with the throw. Takes advantage of the hesitation and gets some good damage in return. Shin has Shogeki to push forward. There's a drive impact. Throws him. Amazing. Both fighters that can block super hard incoming. Bring in the heat. Spends it all on the super. Not shy one bit about it. Lands the super. Time for dessert. Close range projectile. They are not getting close to each other. Player 2 is in a very good spot. Charges up the plasma. They've been keeping a full drive gauge in their pocket. Oh my God, raw super! Oh, now that is a punish. It is over. Player 1 is gonna be watching replays for this one for a while. They really took it down to the wire.
Round 1.
It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that run back. Jumps. Picks up the counter. This is going to be huge. Player 1 has a slight life lead that they may sit on. Time to sit on the lead. This is the perfect range to reach out and tag them with something. Player 2 needs to deal with this burnout. Oh, can they survive this badly timed burnout? Player 2 doesn't have a lot of drive gauge to play with. Not a good thing. What a clutch side switch there. Now they need to capitalize on this chance. Close them. What's next? Heading into the end game now. It's getting tense. Shoryuken? Taking stock. At this range, many attacks could take a big KO. Player 1 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage.
Round 2. Fight!
Who's going to start things off? Charges forward. Pressuring the situation with the charge in. The fighters continue to check each other in the early going. Keeping track of the opponent's movements, waiting for a good opening. Player 2 is what delivers the pain right to the doorstep. Jinrai kick for a mix-up. Connect with medium kick. Going in. A super art. This Dragon Lance flame could be big. Both fighters planning something? KO. Here's the final round. The real fight starts now.
Final round. Fight!
They are letting it fly from the get-go. Jumps in. Pops him with a shoryu. Still scrapping for control of the space. Oh, they're in the corner now. No running away. Charges up the plasma. Connects with the throw. Takes advantage of the hesitation and gets some good damage in return. Up to spend the lead. Tries to act quickly but whiffs the attack. Oh, yo, rock super hit. Both sides getting ready. Player 2 is in an overhead. What's that off? The parry. What's this Shikuhara gonna do? Overhead attack. one! Made some smart moves there! Great game!
Round one.
They're still hungry! Both sides stepping up for the rematch! Zones with the fire, brushes that off and keeps going! The snap kick sends him spinning! Player 2 creates a good corner opportunity. Huge opportunity here with no way to backdash out of danger. Throws him to negate the block. Steps in for the throw. Player 2 is in burnout. Drives off the table. Big gap between the two fighters, so they throw out a fireball. Player 2 doesn't have a lot of drive gauge to play with. Not a good thing. Knockdown. Player 1 chases them down. Very solid corner sweep. What'll happen? Just goes for in there. Player 1 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage.
Round two. Fight.
Goes for the jump in to start. Are we going to see some fireworks here? Throws them to negate the block. Closes the gap for the grab. Shoots off a fireball up close. Both fighters planning something? They exchange blows. Back to smart play to stop the opponent. Sends a clear message with that counter. Jumps in. Picks up the counter. This is going to be huge. Player 2 is dangerously close to running out of drive. Jumps. Experiencing burnout. While critical. What's going to happen? This is going to kill. No doubt about it. Flatline zone. Gotta hand it to both of our fighters. They put on a real clinic for us. They're still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rematch. Looks like they want to put a new spin on things. Smart play to stop the opponent there. What's their game plan here at this critical stage? Player 2 pushes the opponent into the corner. Big chances to do damage here. Player 2 has used up all of their drive range. Taking stock. Player 2 is in burnout. Drives off the table. Life lead opens up. Shoots off a fireball up close. Whiff gets the counter hit for the win. They're so good at whiff punishing. Player 1 with a good start to the fight. But can they keep it up? Goes for the super arm out of nowhere. The Dragon Lash Flame giving them a side switch on top of the damage. Tries to keep the pressure on the opponent by zoning with fireballs. Is the fireball part of their corner game? The fighters continue to check each other in the early going. Player 1 will want to take advantage of their meter lead while they have it. There's a change of sides. Player 2 going on the offensive. A quick breather. Experiencing burnout. Player 2 has an empty drive, hits them with a stop and pop. Ringu Hadouken. Good presence of mind to pull the trigger. Player 2 can't use any drive through. Got him in a Shogeki. This could be make or break. What's next? Chisels him down. Player 1 is a force to be reckoned with.
Round one.
It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that run back. Jumps. Takes him all the way to the corner with that. Coming through. Goes for the low kick. Picks up some damage with a long reaching attack. Just out of range for that throw. Knockdown. With the life gap, gets him. Player 2 picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling.
Round two. Fight.
Checking their reactions with a fireball? How will they take advantage of everything that's happened up until now? Goes forward with the gut punch. Risky up-close scrap still going. Jinrai kick for a mix-up. Attempts to break the stalemate with the fireball. Throw missed. Blocks it. Jinrai going in. Snap kick sends him spinning. Charges up the flatline zone. Last round, people. Both fighters gotta go all in from this point.
Final round. Fight!
Starts things off with a jump in. It's time for both fighters to lay it all on the line. Connects with the throw. Takes advantage of the hesitation and gets some good damage in return. Escapes and corrects them. Drives it back, misses. Oh, he parries. Oh, what a smart blow. Player one is barely hanging on to their last bit of drive. Dangerous range, the low kick hits. Pumps the brakes on the impact. Drops that off. What's this Chikuhara gonna do? Okay, here we solid anti-air. Shin-Hyo gets these to push forward? No way they did that. Any throw will whip at that. Thread the needles. Player one comes out on top of that fierce battle. Talk about a show. That match had it all. It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that run back. Sets up with the jump in. Going on the offensive? Sure you can? Player two chases them down. Huge opportunity here with no way to backdash out of danger. Denies the attack and forward throw, not letting them out of the corner. Cuts off the escape route. They want to deny them as much as possible to maximize their damage. Player two is in burnout. Drives off the table. Shows the medium kick. Going in. This is a critical. Going on the offensive. Player two needs to hold out until their drive gauge recovers. KO. Player one picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage.
Round two. Fight!
The drive impact is denied. Jinrai kick for a mix-up. The fighters continue to check each other in the early going. They're waiting for the opportunity to bust this match wide open. Jumps up. Delivers the pain right to their doorstep. Player two needs to use the threat of the corner here. Both fighters planning something? Ooh, what's this? What's gonna happen? Digs in deep to get that drive in. Throws them. They're going for the super arm. The big flex. The broken jaw. Shin Shoryuken.
What's wrong? Get up!
And they create an opportunity. Closes it out. Player one brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak.
Round one.
How is this rematch going to play out? Are we going to witness a blow-up here? Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. Any developments early in the round will set the table for the rest of the fight. Both fighters have plenty of health. Where is this match going to go? How are they going to deal damage? What's the play here? What are these fighters thinking now? The fighters take a step back to reassess. Time for a new game plan. Player one creates hold your breath. Gotcha! Throws them to negate the block. All right, what's coming up next? Both fighters at 50% health. Hits with the overhead. Player two is maintaining the corner position. Oh! Player cleans up the round, ending it with a powerful drive-in. Player two picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling.
Round two. Fight!
Immediate jump in. They've both showed their hands a little bit, so they must be thinking of a counter. That attack landed for a counter hit. They'll have to decide how to follow up. All right, what's coming up next? Okay, they trade hits. Player two will look to apply pressure here. Big chance here to do some damage if they can keep the corner pressure up. Jumps in. Jinrai kick for a mix-up. Both fighters planning something? not much luck. Solid anti-air. Nope, smart play to KO. Player 2 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak.
Round 1.
Right back into the rematch. We ain't even close to done yet. Jumps up. Player 2 chases them down. Buys some time by driving them into the corner. And now they can create some big chances to do damage here. Player 2 will be in a world of hurt if their drive gauge runs out. How much damage can they deal before the opponent's drive gauge replenishes? The grab misses. Knockdown. Well-timed corner switch. So they break forward to pressure the opponent. They trade hits. And now, life lead opens up. Goes for the super art? Player 2 is gonna have to wait for that drive gauge. Can they stick it out? Each going on the offensive? Both fighters are weighing their options and looking for an opening. Saw that coming. The projectile connects, not giving the opponent any chances. Player 1 with a big first round pickup. Can they close it out?
Round 2. Fight.
The next round is beginning. What's gonna happen now? Player 1 kept their drive gauge topped off through that round and still took the win. Guess they didn't need it. Oh, says no to the impact. Uses the impact to shave off some of their drive gauge. Charges forward. Gotta be careful not to whip at this range. Very slick with the combo. Burnout activates. Both fighters plan experiencing burnout. Sure you can? They were waiting for it. Quick breather. Player 2 needs to use the predator in there. This is the final round. Expect to see some fireworks.
Final round. Fight.
Start things off with a jump in. Shakes things up with a fireball. Amazing. Looking for a hold. Player 2 is dangerously close to running out of drive. Clutch anti-air. There's a burnout. Will this super art do anything? The Senka hits. In a Shogeki. This could be make or break. What's next? Charges up the plasma. A single hit will do it. Nope, knocked him out of a fireball at that range. I've seen a lot of fights in my day, but nothing even comes close to this one.